Hi everyone, my name is Manuel from Rock Legacy. Welcome Stephanie from Feuerschwanz.
Hi, nice to meet you.
First of all, we know you are coming to Chile in just a few weeks. And
hmm
Chile is famous for having one of the most intense audience in the world. What have you
Oh,
heard
cool.
from your fellow musicians
hmm
about the Chilean crowd?
hmm Actually, I haven't heard much about like Chile, especially, but I've heard that like in most of the Latin American countries, the crowds are super intense. So if you are like extra wild, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Okay, okay. Um, Bueno, this is your first time in the country. Are you planning a special set list covering your entire discography, or will you focus mainly on your most recent era?
On the last recent tour that we played across Europe, we had like a mix.
Okay,
um, about like the most recent one and older stuff. So I think we will basically stick to this one and to give everyone like a good impression about what Feuerschwanz is about.
okay. Well, the weather in Santiago in April is usually mild. Do you prefer performing at the open air festival or in the more intimate, high energy atmosphere of a club?
I think both versions are actually super nice. So yeah, we are looking forward a lot to also playing like the festivals. We have a bigger festival later in Brazil. And also afterwards the festival season coming up here in Europe.
Uh-huh.
But I think to like really get to know the crowd like in a more intense way. Playing like the indoor venues is like really, as you said, a little bit more intimate because there people are just coming for you, not because of like a big lineup and just happen to stumble over you, but people are like really coming for you. And I always felt that there the interaction is a bit more intense.
Okay. Um, how do you physically prepare for a show that demands so much energy and constant interaction with the audience?
Um, Yeah, it's a good question. We just arrived back home from our European tour yesterday, and
Uh-huh.
I came back home Sunday yesterday morning, and I slept like 16 hours straight. So I feel like right now I'm living in my own like post-tour time zone. So what we are all going to do now is try to like relax a little bit and gather our strength before we come back over to Latin America to like come back with full force.
Okay. Power Trance is now for being a visual feast.
Mhm.
How important are the costume and the overall stage production in conveying the band message?
Yeah, we are kind of a theme band, you would
Okay.
say. So I would say especially the costumes are very important to like show the general look and the idea of the band. So everyone is not like just in like black jeans and t-shirts, but we have like our big costumes, like a more fantasy Viking style, like Game of Thrones, like this kind of feeling, Lord of the Rings. So we are like real stage characters, and I think the costumes are super important to like really, yeah, embody those characters. Um, for the stage production, when we are touring here in Europe, we have a bigger production on stage, but I think we will have to cut it all a bit lower when we are coming to Latin America because the venues there will be much, much smaller than what we are used to from home. But I think that's not a big problem for us because we also played our way up from like much, much smaller venues here in Germany and Europe. So um, I think the most important thing about Feuerschwanz is like the general idea, the vibe. And I think we will also get that across just as well in smaller venues.
Okay. This is off topic question.
Mhm.
Germany is the cradle of modern board games, and this is all board games.
Ah, cool. Yeah,
So I
I
have
didn't
to
know that
ask.
comes especially from Germany. Okay.
So I have to ask, Do you like this kind of games? And would you ever consider collaborating with a publisher to create a Feuerschwanz board game?
That would be a cool idea, actually. Me personally, I have always been more into live action role playing. I don't know if you have this at all in Chile or Latin America. I think it's a bit getting more known in the US right now,
Mhm.
but I don't know if you know that. But this is also like a big thing here in Germany and in Europe. It's basically the same idea than like the board games, but just like you,
Live.
yeah, plus life, yes.
It's a kind of a role game.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's also like a role game, so everyone like has his own character and costumes and stuff. It's the basically same idea as board games, but just as a live
Live.
version.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks
I,
very
I
much.
I have to admit I only played one time. I tried it once playing a board game, but it just wasn't for me. I've always preferred the live version. But it sounds cool having a Feuerschwanz one.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, after a career spanning over 20 years, what do you consider to be the secret to maintaining the unity and friendship within the group, the band?
Yeah, actually, this is a very good question. I think this is an issue for many, many bands out there, because you're sticking together for a long time on like small space, having like intense stuff happening to you and around you. And, yeah, if you have like arguments coming up inside the group and you like never fight them out or talk about it, uh, this often leads to like the whole band exploding at some point. So this is something we already learned years ago, that it's important to have like a good culture within the band. We do every day when we are on tour, we have like feedback sessions where everyone comes together, and this is like a safe space where everyone can talk about what's up, what can be improved, what's already good, and where we can like without being mean to each other, but in like a safe way, also talk about things that could be better. Or yeah, we try to manage conflicts that way too. Because I think it would be lie to say there are never conflicts coming up inside such a big group. But I think we have a very good way of maintaining that by trying to talk with each other as much as possible.
Okay. German language is a very rhythmic and powerful language. Do you feel that singing in your mother tongue is an essential part of our trans identity, even now that achieve international success?
Yeah, that's a good question, because a few years ago we did like an English version of some of our already existing
Mhm.
songs, and just to help like a more international audience getting to know us better, because I think it started during COVID, and when we went to Napalm as a new label, that our videos and songs got like a more international audience, and
Mm.
we thought that it might be a good idea to introduce them to Feuerschwanz or to what we are talking about by translating songs into English. And I think it did help a lot. But then when we played on international festivals, many people were kind of disappointed that we were singing in English suddenly. And they were like, what? We already like learned all the German lyrics, and now we, yeah. Yes, so I think it's a good way to introduce people, but from the feedback that we got from our fans was like that they are super happy with us singing in German as
Germany.
well. So yeah, we mixed the lyrics a little bit more on the last album, on the
Ah,
Nightclub
okay.
album.
Sí.
But I think, or like my impression from the feedback was that it's not a total necessity, and that fans are super happy to also learning the German lyrics. Yeah.
Interesting. Um, if you no, you collaborate with icons like Doro, Celtetio Mortis, Angus McSix, and The Lord of the Lost
Mhm.
in the last album. What do you look for in an artist or a band to feel they fit perfectly into the Power Trans Juniors?
Yeah, that's always the topic that comes up when we are like speaking about the next album productions and songs that we have around that might be suitable for a collaboration.
Mhm.
And first of all, we have learned that it's very important for us that there is a good vibe between us and between the artist or the group that we want to have a collaboration with. So it is by itself, it is complicated to have a collaboration. You need to like coordinate the recordings, coordinate video shootings,
Yes.
and if you have a partner there that is like super complicated with every step, then it's super hard to pull through with the cooperation. So this is like something that we learned that it's important to have someone who is like interested in doing this, who will yeah, show up, like answer to emails, stuff like this,
Okay.
because we also have like a tight schedule when producing our albums, and if we have someone who's not really committed into this, yeah, this might lead to the whole cooperation not happening in the end. So this is something that is super important for us. Of course, we are always looking for acts or artists that fit musically or that might be even a contrast. It doesn't have like be the completely same kind of music or kind of vibe. It can also be a contrast. We are always happy to play around there. Also, we mix between different kind of collaborations within one album. But yeah, organization-wise, and to make it happen in the first place, a good understanding and vibe is super important.
Okay. And this is a millionation question. If you
Mhm.
could choose any musician from history, living or dead, to
Mhm.
join the Feuerschwanz Tavern for one song, who will
Ooh,
it be and why?
ooh, hard question. Uh, there are so many coming up. Good question. We always had this dream of having a cooperation with, for example, Nightwish or like other cool female singers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, personally I'm a big fan of Floor Jansen, so this would be like something personally that I would love to see. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but yeah.
Okay, Feuerschwanz. Okay. On this album, there's a much more polished and contemporary production. Do you feel that KnightClub is the ultimate bridge to the connect traditional metal fans with newer audience looking for a more dynamic and energetic sound?
Yeah, we totally loved that sound that came up, especially with the song "Nightclub." It was like a first time for us doing something that wild,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we are super happy with like the feedback we get for that song. We've been playing it live quite a while now, and it's always like the song where the audience really, really explodes. So yeah, it's really gotten one of our favorites in the set list. So yeah, I think we might do something similar or continue on this road, not exclusively, but also have styles like this in our upcoming songs.
Okay. Now that you're here to Chile this April, have you had a chance to listen to any South American folk or metal bands that you like to interact with in the future?
Not yet, really. I'm always open to recommendations there.
Okay.
Um, I think we have a local support act for the show, but
Yes.
yeah,
Kattegat.
yeah. I will definitely look into them and learn a bit more. I'm always happy to learn a bit more about the local culture there. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Finally, what message would you like to send to the Chilean warriors who are counting down the days to see you live?
Yes, I'm so happy that there are so many of you already waiting for us to come. Bring all your friends and join us for a very, very, very epic party in the nightclub. We are very happy and looking forward to seeing you and meeting you in Santiago very soon.
Thank you for your kindness, and we'll see you on April.
Yes, very much looking forward. See
Thank
you
you very
then.
much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.